But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you all, today we shall discuss, Dove's Plant Milk Cleansing Bar in the scent Macadamia Milk and Willow Lavender. Yeah, baby. Let's talk about it. One of the first things I noticed about Dove's Macadamia Milk and Willow Lavender is that the lavender was recognizable, but it was softer. Maybe because it's willow and not the traditional lavender. That makes me wonder exactly how many different types of lavender it is out there now. Because it isn't just the traditional lavender. And I found that it is edible at some point, but there might be a different type that is edible over the traditional. Do your research, okay? That's all. I just don't need you to be having unnecessarily preventable hospital visits. Yeah. And so let's discuss the benefits here. It says transform your shower with the creamy, delicious scents of wild lavender and vanilla chamomile. No sulfate cleansers, no parabens, pH balance, and 100% gentle cleansers are the claim, and skin natural nutrients. And it's a 98% biodegradable formula. Isn't that beautiful? The care for our skin has been taken up to a whole nother level. You see that? Yeah. So I got a chance to use it on today. And by the time you guys see this video, it will probably have been a couple days that I've gotten some usage out of it. The smell is beautiful. It's nearly intolerable if you're a person that you're not the biggest fan of lavender unless it's done a certain way. First of all, hi there. Welcome to the team. Specialized lavender. It has to be mixed with some gourmandish type of scent, something creamy, something milky, something gourmandish in order for it to work. You see what I'm saying? Not pumpkin with lavender. Now, I don't think that those two sides of the fragrance spear need to meet up, but someone has probably done it in body care, and I just wonder, is it still on the shelves? You know, I got questions. When I first got it out, the bar is absolutely, I mean, it's the traditional, like the rectangular box. It's just a hair or two smaller is what it is. Now, I will say that where I got it from, which shall not be named, make sure you take care. I had to put an extra sticker on it to make sure, and check the inside to make sure it was properly sealed, because it may be shipped in heat. And with this heat, you know, things can come undone, especially when you receive products that are sealed, and which your bar of soap should be sealed, okay? They definitely should be sealed. The smell before the wash, it's a bit more prominent now because I've used it at least once. Today is my first day. The smell before I introduced water, very light, very creamy, very lush. The lavender was there, but the macadamia milk is what made it tolerable. And tolerable in a good way. You ever smell something, it's like, this needs something else to make it soft. It smells too sharp. It almost headache inducing, like that. That's how I feel about lavender. However, once I introduced water into the equation and start lathering the bar, then that is when I noticed like the lavender scent drew away from my attention. It drew away from my senses. And then the macadamia milk showed out. It came to the forefront. I began to smell that a whole lot more. As far as the lather is pretty moderate, but it's not your thick, luscious, creamy lavender as with most traditional Dove body bars and body washes. And I think that is because the sulfates is probably the reason behind it lathering up very, very thick. I'm not a chemist major, but my interest is there, very heavy. If you're new to the channel, hi there. And if you're enjoying the content, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And if you already have, hit that bell that says all. You don't want to miss you don't want to miss nothing I put up. It's not thick, luscious, and creamy lavender, but it is a creamy lather that the bubbles within seconds disappears, even as you're cupping water or drizzling water from your washcloth or drizzling water from your shower loofah in order to rinse it off of you. The smell kind of stays the same, where it just, the lavender takes a back seat and you're smelling more of the macadamia milk. Now, this isn't Dove's first venture with macadamia milk, because it's crushed macadamia and rice milk in their Dove body polish that now it's a scrub. And the rinse. The rinse is your traditional rinse, except for, because the macadamia milk and because the nature of this is a plant bar, you get a milky finish once you rinse it out, which means if you're in a bathtub or shower, your water's going to go anything from clear to milky. Not because you're dirty. You need to shower on a regular basis anyway. Okay? You're still going to get that milky finish of rinse going into your water, because this is the nature of the bar. It's already creamy and luscious, and it contains a milk as a note, as an ingredient. So you should expect rinsing it off your skin is going to do the same. And that's what I noticed. It was milky. The water was milky as I was rinsing it. On your skin, I felt like I had kind of a hard time with getting this to scent my skin and getting this to really lather, because I like thick, luscious, creamy lavender. I found that I had to work it through my hands a good couple of times, a good number of times, in order for me to get a thick, luscious, creamy lather, which in my opinion never came. So this is something, you're just going to get that moderate lather that's like a fourth of what Dove usually gives with their bar soaps and body washes. You're going to get about a fourth of that. So think of this much lather in your hand and then cut it to this much, a fourth, just a pinky. So if you don't like that, you're going to need a body wash to layer it with something lavender, or with something macadamia scented, or with something vanilla. You could probably get away with layering with this. Here are my honest thoughts. I like this idea. This is one of those in the lineup that I was curious about, the macadamia milk and willow lavender. And I was like, man, Father God, please don't let this lavender singe my nostril hairs. Because if y'all OGs of the channel, y'all know how I feel about lavender. I ain't a big fan of it. So far, Dove with this plant milk bar, and then Dr. Teal's version of lavender through the Melatonin collection. Those are only two versions of lavender that I am actually a fan of and will go for. That's it. So I feel like Dove upgraded with this. This is a bit different. What I don't like is there's barely any lather to it, even after a couple of hand rinses and even after a couple of tries to try to get it to lather, you know, with the washcloth or with your hands prior to the washcloth. I found it to be kind of challenging. And then the lather was very moderate. But then again, I also understand that if there's no sulfates in here, no sulfate cleansers or parabens, which may be the primary responsibility behind why it lathers so thick, of the ones that do contain it, that helps me understand that, which means it's ultimately better for my skin. Lasting power is just under an hour. I noticed about 45 minutes, maybe right at the 30-minute mark on to the hour of the lasting power right after I got out from showering, bathing, whatever. That's about how long it's lasted. And I'll tell you this, while I didn't like that the lasting power was that short for a bar soap, but I think that is to be expected with bar soaps. What I did like is that I didn't have to make any effort to bend down and smell it. There was a cloud of fragrance around me because I used this bar. And this is the only thing I bathed with on today. So just to make sure I'm getting the integrity of the scent and then giving you all my real time response and reaction to everything. I give this, for Dove's Plant Milk Cleansing Bar in the scent Macadamia Milk and Willow Lavender, I give this a solid 9. The only reason why they're not getting getting the 10 is because of the lather. But if you would like to see more videos where primarily the bar soaps, then I'm going to link you to a bar soap playlist for your enjoyment on either side. And I suggest having a nice room temperature or ice cold bottle of water or glass of water, because this weather's not playing out here. Until next time, love you.